I've been living with the Garmin Forerunner 165 for 9 months now, and I'm going to tell you if it's worth buying. Now, I will not be reading from the specs online about this watch. This is all going to be coming from my personal experiences from running with it and training with it and living with it for the past 9 months. And the information is going to make you love this watch or hate it. We'll see at the end. Also, this video is not sponsored by Garmin. I do have an affiliate link down below if you do want to purchase it. It helps support the channel and helps me make more videos like this. But don't click that link until you watch the full video to see if you want to purchase it. So I have the Garmin Forerunner 165 running watch, and it's a part of the running series of watches that they have. And no, it is not the 165 music version, which I'll get more into why I did not buy that version at the end. But right off the bat, some boring stats I remember are it has a 1.25 inch AMOLED screen. It's colorful and it looks like a phone screen. And it also has chemically strengthened glass, which really explains why all the corners I bumped into with this watch while running around with my son, it hasn't broken yet. It's a really tough screen, honestly. It also has a built-in GPS, actually multiple GPS systems you can choose from, which is one of the main reasons I bought this watch. And with this super tough screen, it's also a touch screen as well. I can scroll around, I can play around on the watch, but it also comes with buttons, which are very handy when you're training, especially when you're wet. Which also, this silicone band feels like I'm wearing nothing half the time. And when I do get wet, it makes it so that this doesn't slip around. I don't feel it on me. It's very light, it's very flexible, so good on you, Garmin. Now, those are just the quick specs I remember about this watch. I need to tell you why I did not buy the 570 or the 970, which, why wouldn't you buy them? They're amazing. They have so many features that this watch does not have. Well, first of all, this is my first running watch. Heck, this is my first smartwatch in general, and I didn't want to buy something that was way above than what I needed. I couldn't justify the price points for the 570 and the 970 for how little I was training in general. I was just getting back into running. This is the perfect watch for a beginner runner, and it performs well enough that I think a seasoned runner would love it as well. And Garmin doesn't just have better watches, they even have a lower grade watch. The Garmin Forerunner 5.5, I thought about getting it, but the one thing that switched me over to getting this one, honestly, was the screen. This screen is where it's at. I really love the display. I love the color. I love that I can see really well in the daytime. I don't have to squint to look at it when there's a bright light, which is especially amazing when I'm on a run and it's sunny outside and I want to check my stats. Then there's the Garmin Forerunner 165 Music Edition, which is the exact same as this watch, except you're able to download your music onto the watch and don't actually need your phone at all. But I'll tell you why I didn't get the music edition and I just went with the basic 165 instead of getting the music edition at the end, because I'd rather tell you why I did buy the 165. Now, I got the watch for a few reasons. Number one was its GPS capabilities and that it didn't need my phone to track my runs with GPS. I also got it because of the amount of data this watch takes in. It takes in your heart rate, it takes in your VO2 status, it takes in your steps, it takes in your mileage, it takes in your sleep. It calculates everything. It gives you absolutely way more data than you would ever need. No matter what, I got it to track my training and lifestyle so that I could perform better as a dad and an athlete. And then the main third reason why I got this was because I want to do more marathons. I want to train for triathlons. Heck, I have a big goal ever since I was about 8 years old to run an Ironman. And this here is going to help me do it because of all the data it intakes, because of the GPS being so accurate. It's going to keep me on track and hold me accountable more than I would with just a pen and paper. Now, there's nothing wrong with that method, but why not get an upper hand when you can? Now, yes, I got this watch for training purposes, but after using it, the best feature of this watch is honestly the battery life. When I was training for my marathon and running 6 days a week, I would only have to charge this thing every 12 to 14 days. And I talked to one of my friends and told him about that, and he owns an Apple Watch, and he's telling me he's charging that thing every 1 to 2 days. I would not want to do that with a running watch. These things are supposed to make your life easier. And that's exactly what this watch does with its battery life. Sometimes when I go for runs, I realize, wow, it's only at 15%. I know I can get through that run with that 15%, but I can throw it on the charger and this thing charges to full battery in about 30 to 45 minutes. That's absolutely insane. Charging for 30 to 45 minutes and then lasting over 2 weeks. That's a win in my book. Now, this battery life was the best hidden feature that I honestly didn't know about until I started using it. But my top 3 features of this watch that I absolutely love are its customizability, the amount of data it tracks, and how waterproof it is and functional it is when you are training. I'll break that down a little bit more. When it comes to customizability, this watch absolutely blew my mind. Not only was the actual display customizable with the colors and what widgets I wanted on the front face and how I wanted to lay out, but you're also able to choose the widgets that you want on your scroll down menu so you can easily access them. You can see things like your HRV status right away, your workout status, your upcoming race, your sleep score. There are so many widgets that you can choose from to put on this scroll down menu that it makes the watch really customizable to you. And not only can you change what widgets you see for like your data and stats, you can also change the widgets that you have on your workout section. You can change them all around to the ones that you want to use the most or that you do use the most. It's so customizable that no one's watch looks the same, except for I'm pretty sure everyone that owns this watch has running as their first activity widget, because you probably bought this watch to run. And I know it sounds like I've said a lot of things that you can customize right now, but there's way more than that. You can customize your actual data screens of when you're working out, which that's an area I haven't even dove into yet because there are so many options to choose from. So I've stayed away from that, but I've actually learned about something new recently, which you always get a morning recap, and you can customize that too. You can customize the information you get every day that you wake up, and your watch will tell you, hey, this is how rested you are. This is the weather for the day. This is what you should probably do today. Here's a little motivational message. You choose what your watch is going to say to you every day. Honestly, this watch is so customizable. I am happy I chose the Forerunner 165. And now I've said a lot of amazing things about this watch so far, but honestly, this is the best watch for optimizing your fitness from what I've seen. It has a metric that I think a lot of watches have now, but it's the VO2 max, and I love being able to track that. It's kind of like a game to see how high you can get that number by performing better. And I perform better when I study all the data that this watch collects about my training and my running and my sleep and my current activities daily. And also, it helps you prepare for races. There's a feature in here that has a race day prediction, and I loved it. Now, I ran my first marathon and it was nowhere close to its prediction, but that's also because I didn't follow what the watch was telling me to do. I got those marathon jitters and got out there, and my first 16 miles were way too fast, honestly. And I knew it, but since I didn't listen to all the data that this amazing watch calculated and gave me daily suggestions from, I finished 40 minutes slower. But I bought this watch to help me perform better. And if I didn't have this watch and I was training, I don't think I would have done as well as I did on the marathon. I honestly still think that this watch is the best watch for optimizing your fitness. And not only that, I think it's the best watch built for working out, especially at its price range. Yes, it has an amazing touchscreen display and you can play around with it and it feels like you're on a phone, but when I work out, I actually turn that feature off and I utilize all these buttons. And these buttons are very handy, especially when I'm moving around and I can't really focus, and they're really easy to press. They're not like hidden and sleek. They're really out there. And on top of it, since the watch is waterproof, I run in the rain a lot. And these buttons make it so easy to make sure I'm able to start the run, do my own laps, check out my stats without touching the screen when it's wet. These buttons make it easy to navigate. Now, yes, this watch is the best fitness companion, but also it's very comfortable. I haven't owned any other running watches, but this silicone band feels like I'm wearing nothing half the time. And since it's made out of silicone, it doesn't smell bad. Even though I sweat in it every single day, I just take a shower with it, rinse it off with some soap. And it's super lightweight. It's only 39 grams. It's so lightweight, I forget that it's on me all the time and I bump into things. But it has a chemically strengthened glass, which it hasn't cracked or scratched yet, and I have a toddler and I run around all the time and I'm always bumping it, so it's comfortable and strong. But now let's circle back to if I regret buying this watch. Let's start with the first part. I didn't buy the music watch, and I didn't buy the music watch because personally I don't listen to a lot of music while I run, because all that watch does differently than this one is that you can download the music onto the watch and pair your Bluetooth headphones to the watch and not have to carry your phone if you want to listen to music. But now for the best part. Why I personally do not regret buying the Garmin Forerunner 165. This is honestly the perfect watch at the perfect price point for someone just getting into training, but also wants to take it a little more seriously and have some luxury behind it. I was gonna go with a Fitbit. I was gonna go with a cheaper watch. I was gonna go with the cheapest of the cheap, but my wife reminded me, When you get something like that, you're gonna wish you had something like this. Something with accurate GPS. Something with a screen display that does not annoy you when it's bright out or when it's dark out. Something that tracks your heart rate, your steps, your sleep, and calculates everything to give you a number like VO2 max. A watch that makes it so you don't need your phone or anything with you to go on a run and get some accurate training data. That is why I bought the Garmin Forerunner 165, and if you want to buy it, check out the affiliate link down below in the description to support the channel and to help me make more videos like this. Which, that being said, what other watches are out there that you guys have been looking to try out but you haven't purchased yet? Because I'll try them out for you and I'll give you a review.